So let's see how well this works. I'm not even sure if I'm live, but we will see in a second. Yes, we will, kids. And I have a hands-free. Let's see if I get any audio on this. And it is such a convoluted mess. My studio is so ghetto. It's not even funny. Oh, I can't say that word because it's racist. It's not even funny. Oh, I can't. Okay, there it is. I got audio. Okay. So it's public. I don't know if anybody's going to show up because I'm sure there's a million people walking around the strip right now doing their thing and streaming everything. But I will be back in half of a GIF. So that's something that I have to consider. So I should put like a, we'll be back soon sign right up here. Oh, there's 39 people watching. I am actually amazed. I have a total terrible mess back here and I don't want y'all to see it. So you're going to have to look at that for half a GIF. Okay. This is quite a way to start a live stream, isn't it? There you go. We just borrowed our Hartford Whalers hat there. Hola Esteban, Albert Alvarado's here, Brian is here, Cincinnati Kids here, Brian is here, Matt's here, Randall Rader's here, Holly H is here, Sabrina Cross is here, James Hardman is here, Wendy Taylor, Mike Schuster. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Irving Johnson, local man, dies on YouTube live stream. Film at 11, although it happened live. All right, we got our things here. Amanda Brothwell is here. Hello, Brianna. Hello, Jay Stratton. I'm good, Jay Stratton. How are you, my friend? How about the Wild? I don't know. I haven't been watching a lot of hockey lately, to be truthful with you. I just came back from Vegas yesterday. It was 4 days for weather. It was 4 days for weather. It was nice weather. We have had interesting weather. We got 19 likes and 67 people watching. So I'm doing a different thing with my camera. I'm using that Rode mic and I have a fan on next to me. I had some issues with my camera overheating the last time I was doing this setup when I was just recording normal videos. Hopefully it's not a problem. Is it cold here yet? Not really. I should put my watch on and I could tell you all sorts of things about it. And Apple Watch, last year's Apple Watch, I can't be enticed to just buy stuff. Oh, by the way, if you're not a subscriber, you can't chat. So you should subscribe if you want to chat. I put it on subscribers only mode. It's 70 degrees right now. Ooh, no, never mind. It's 60. Well, it is 70. Is it 70? I don't know what the weather is. Yeah, it says it's 70 right now. And it's going to be a low of 52 and a high of 82 tomorrow. Warmer weather than usual, everybody. Those guns are getting big. I haven't been to the gym in a week and a half because we were in California Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then we got back on Wednesday. Now it's Friday, so I haven't been to the gym. I've been eating like trash. I'm gonna ratchet my diet up a little bit on Monday. Hey Steven, what's your opinion on the Raiders wide receiver that got in a crash? He was going 156 miles an hour. Dude, there's a life sentence. Like, you get 20 years in prison in Nevada. So if you don't know, what was his name? Burgess Meredith? I don't know. Okay, let's see here. I got somebody who's on my Instagram who's doing a crypto loan thing with ETH with me, and he says it comes at, yeah, so he says he usually catches the live streams in the morning because it's 2:20 in the morning in the UK right now. Raiders DUI, who that was. Henry Ruggs III. So he was going so fast, man, and he rear-ended somebody, and that person died. So my opinion is, you belong in jail, son. I hate to say it to you. You can't go around crashing your car like that, man. That's not the way it works. It's horrible. Did your lenses work out in the Cali? It did. I'm actually filming on this one right now. I'm using the same lens, well, one of the same lenses. I have a few here if you guys want to see. So what I ended up doing was, I was trying to essentially cut corners. And I was trying to go cheap and buy a really cheap Canon lens and then use what's called a speed booster. It's like an adapter, but the autofocus never works. So I brought these lenses. I bought basically all my lenses to California. And I ended up using my Sigma that I bought, which is on this one right now, which is that nice blurred background. But I have Panasonic Lumix. This is a really cheap little lens that would cost you 125 bucks. You can't see it. Of course, it's a Panasonic Lumix. The camera's trained on my face right now. I have this one, which is the kit lens. It's 12 to 60 millimeters. I almost said milliliters, but that one is a bit of a zoom lens. And I use that a little bit. And then I have this Poppy right here, which is an 8 to 18. So this is a very wide lens. But when you put them on a micro four thirds camera, 8 becomes 16 millimeter. All you need to know is that telephotos are like really long. So the higher the number, the higher the zoom. The lower the number, the wider the lens. So we filmed a lot of footage. I got 100 gigabytes for one day, one single day. We used 3 cameras, and it was successful. Now I have to sit down and edit everything for P9 Magazine, our channel sponsor. Let's see here. Greg sent me an email about Ethereum. Good. What do I think about the Mirage? So people are saying the Mirage is sold, and I got that word today. Mirage is sold. Let's see what that comes up with. My camera's in the way of my computer. Yeah, I think I know the person that's buying it. They haven't sold it, but they're in the early stages. I think I might know the person that's buying it. They told me they're buying it on WhatsApp today. Very bizarre. I'm going to do a video about that tomorrow, so, you know. How was your visit to California? Kyle, it was good. Nerve-wracking because I'm not used to driving in that kind of traffic. I'm not a traffic fan. Happy Friday, William Roberts says. I have not tried the new Rampart buffet. The Rampart buffet, Rampart didn't treat their employees very good during the pandemic. They announced massive amounts of like job losses through voicemails and emails. It's not to say I wouldn't go back. We used to really love the Mirage, or the Rampart buffet. So, yeah. We'll go back maybe eventually. The man veered over 3 lanes on Rainbow in order to kill her dog and set them on fire at 100. That's what I say, Jay. You gotta be careful when you have somebody that has nothing and all of a sudden they have a lot of something, because you can't... Living life in excess is dangerous, man. You can't live your life in excess. I've had nothing. Probably not as much of nothing as Henry Ruggs III, junior, senior, whatever his name is, because he's probably grew up broker than me, but I've never had that much excess. I'm finally, you know, we're finally at a point where we can maybe afford stuff, but yeah, I can't imagine what it's like to have nothing and then have $10 million a year coming into your life. Your brain breaks, I guess, and you need to have people that help you manage your life, like success coaches. You know, hire Tony Robbins if you make that much money. You can afford him. Oh, no, it was not RMX. It was a massive traffic fatality. Bad stuff, man. You're in California but couldn't make it to a gym and you were eating trash. Yeah, Jay, so here's how our day went. So we drove from Vegas at 6 in the morning. And I actually forgot to pay my rent, so we had to drive back and get the rent and then hand deliver it to the person that we pay rent to. So we didn't leave here till 7. We got to LA around 12:20. The place we stayed in was called the Park Plaza Lodge, and it was a great place. It's a great little hotel, and it's actually between downtown LA and Rodeo Drive, Beverly Hills area. They let us check in early. We went down and we checked out Rodeo Drive, and some of you guys might have seen that. I think I was posting some pictures of that. No, I was talking about that when I previewed the Elvis video that I did. Went home, ate, woke up the next morning at 6 in the morning and got back at 9 o'clock at night. And then the next day in LA, we woke up at 8 in the morning and got back to our room at... Well, we didn't get back to our room. We stayed 2 nights. We actually went directly to San Diego, checked into our hotel at 11:45, got some Tony's Mexican food because that's the only thing that was open in Point Loma where we were staying, and then got up the next day and then had a couple of days in San Diego. So yeah, I couldn't get to a gym. There's an EOS Fitness which I go to here in Point Loma, so I use the bathroom there because there's no bathrooms anywhere in California because everybody trashes everything. Yeah, so the victim, Tina Tinter, was alive when bystander failed to open the door as she screamed, and then the car burst into flames, burning her to death, Tony Jazz says. Such a tragic life to lose that life. I mean, I don't know. If you believe in an eye and a tooth for the tooth, then yeah, that guy belongs in jail for 20 years, and he'll never play football again. He's not going to get away with it. I don't think so. I certainly hope he doesn't. We have to have zero tolerance for big celebrities and athletes doing stupid things out here. The NFL provides support, including rideshare. You know what supports your rideshare, Cincinnati kid? Your $10 million a year salary. I know it's not guaranteed money and they have to perform and stuff. I mean, I'm a Cincinnati kid. You make a point. They provide everything. They provide a golden opportunity for you to ride a ticket into the sunset. A friend of mine is inviting me to stay with him in the Meadows neighborhood by Meadows Mall. Does that area seem safe? That area is diverse in terms of like demographics. So you got a lot of Hispanics in that area. I'm just saying what the area is like. You got a lot of Asian Americans in that area as well. And it's a nice area. I think it's a nice mall. I like that mall. I don't think there's anything wrong with that area. But like everything has bad parts. But no, I've been in that area. It's a nice area, man. It's got a nice little community feel. Nice little feel of different diversity to it. So yeah, nothing wrong with that. William Roberts says, Phil Ruffin is a great man. What makes Phil Ruffin great, though? Was it last year when he did an interview with Forbes magazine during COVID and bragged how he had $200 million and he was thinking of buying a sports team? Or was it when he said that his employees aren't going to get anything extra from him and they can go get their Trump checks? Or was it when he closed the buffet and built a sports book? I mean, if Phil Ruffin did something amazing lately, tell me. I'm okay with singing the praises of the people because you can't base people on their past all the time. But I'm just basing it off of what I know. If there's new information on Phil Ruffin, let me know. Are you back on the Stripper Fremont this weekend? Maybe the Strip, maybe Fremont. I guess you'll never know. Ruggs was at Top Golf getting drunk. I can't believe nobody got him an Uber, took his keys. Well, I mean, look, maybe he was just being a disagreeable jerk. Maybe he was had a bunch of sycophants around him that just said yes to everything because they're on his payroll. I mean, rich people do stupid things just like, you know, poor people and middle class people do, I guess. But when you're uber rich, sometimes people don't like to say no to you. Let's see here. How about the Alec Baldwin situation? Oh man, Alec Baldwin. Man, he done shot himself in the foot after he done shot himself, that poor lady. Alec Baldwin was responsible for that film set. I mean, that's his role he took. He was the producer, right? And they were shooting cans with those guns. That was they were shooting cans with live rounds. I don't know why that gun was even on the set, but what do I know about it? See, Hollywood, like they make like 3, 4 John Wick, 5. We're gonna make like 5 John Wick movies, probably 10 John Wick movies. Funny thing is, they use all those guns and nobody gets hurt because people actually give a damn on that production. But this other one was a bad situation all around. The production staff was threatening to walk off because of unsafe conditions. So Alec Baldwin had a responsibility as the CEO, essentially, of the set. And I hope, I feel so bad for that lady's family. Is he responsible? He plays a part. I mean, if the DA wanted to book him on it, they could throw the book on him. And it was in Arizona, so you never know. Oh my God, Pete E! Plan on streaming the Palms reopening. Whenever that happens, Pete, yeah, we'll be there. I like the Palms. It's one of my favorite properties. Guys, Pete is our only super chat tonight, so thank him 191 concurrent times. It's not just athletes, it's normal people. Also, a lot of people drink. Johnny the Executioner, they do, but they don't drink and drive. You know, so did you know that if you had a house, if you own the house, or you're the renter, you're on the lease, right? I think this is the way it works in most places. And you're having a party and you know somebody is smashed, they're you know what faced. And you let them drive home and they kill somebody, you can be sued. I think you can be sued. You're held partially responsible because you had a responsibility. You hosted a private event and you knew a person was smashed out of their mind. Now you have to go ahead and you have to take care of making sure that person doesn't damage others. I think that's the way it goes. Carol says, I was going through Stephen withdrawal. No. Throw the book at Ruggs. I think so. I don't think it was a setup. I think it was negligence. It's not, no, I don't think it was a setup. That would be horrible. I don't think it was a setup. It was severe negligence, but so is drinking and driving, severe criminal negligence when you take a life. Beth from Chicago, I don't recognize your name. Thank you, Beth from Chicago. Appreciate you very much. Guys, say thank you to Beth from Chicago 195 times. According to dram shop laws, even the bartender can be sued. There you go. Because that's what I'm saying. Genting is a soulless corporate. William, you got a lot of broad statements. I don't know, man. Genting has got that Walmart vibe to it with that mall they built, huh? Why are you not covering First Friday on March or the March on the Strip today? I don't know. You ever been to First Friday? You ever tried to stream first Friday? I mean, it would be interesting, but no, my wife asked me to stay home tonight so we could spend some time after. What you guys don't know, and I heard this one streamer go off on this big long rant about live stream. I was going to make a video because none of that stuff was true that person said. But it's a live streaming is a production, man. When you leave your house, you drive into the strip, you're finding parking, you're going through the casino. It's a deal. MXP 2000, thank you so much. Wow, we got a lot of fivers tonight. Ola from Hawaii. Mahalo, Mahiki. I don't know what I'm doing. Great to have you back. Please post a notification so I know when you'll be streaming. I don't do anything to those. If you're not getting notifications, I suggest you quickly unsubscribe and then resubscribe my channel and hit the bell for notifications, or make sure all your notifications are turned on, not just personalized notifications. So let's say you watch a channel on video games and they do PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo news. If YouTube thinks you really like Nintendo news, it might only tell you if you put personalized when that streamer is talking about Nintendo stuff. Holy cow, Chris Harlan. Enjoyed your Nye video. That's why I go, and that's where I go. Oh, New Year's Eve video. That's where I go in April at South Point. Much more economical. Yeah, we're going to San Diego. I already booked the trip, and they're gonna have fireworks at the bay down there, and they're promising a big party in San Diego. So we're gonna be in San Diego from the 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st, 1st, and then we're gonna come back on the 2nd. Just to get out of Vegas, and the rates in San Diego are literally half the price of what you'll get anywhere in Las Vegas, so it's not that expensive. Soulless, interesting observation. Resorts World is missing a certain je ne sais quoi, Jay Leto. Jared Leto says. I want to see the Gucci movie. We saw James Bond yesterday. 10 out of 10, do not recommend, forget it. Screwy, dumb, James Bond, no. It's not James Bond, dude. So many reasons that I didn't like it. May Alec and Ruggs in jail. Thank you, Chris. Okay, I'm sure you can hear me now. Can you guys hear and see me now? That's embarrassing, dude. Wow. Holy cow. Wow. I've never had anything like that happen. Now we get to test the metal of this iMac system and setup. Wow. So it might be the HDMI cable. That's happened to me in the past. I'm going to show you guys how that streaming setup looks. Just give me half of a second here. It wasn't the camera. Plugs into there. Got the Rode mic on there. That's audio video. But the whole thing just died on me, which means it's probably the HDMI cable, or I'm going to Best Buy to buy another fucking $100 thing tomorrow, which I gotta stop buying $100 things for my damn studio because it gets expensive really fast, because that's what that cam link is worth. And I'm gonna have to buy the next one. I'll get Geek Squad Total Stupid Protection on it, which I'm getting frustrated with all this stuff, man. Holy cow. Ugh. Whatever. You keep repeating the last minute of what you said. Ah. Okay. I don't know if I'm clear or if I'm not. Yeah. How you guys doing? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Do I have any kind of a real stream? Because it looks like it's okay on my end of things. Let me know if it's okay. Are you streaming any of the festivities of the El Cortez? Fireworks for the 80th. Oh, maybe I'll go down there tomorrow then. The new cameras don't need that dongle. Yes, they do, because that is how you input video into your computer. So, yeah, I mean, unless your computer has some kind of like, you can try it over USB. It doesn't work very well. Trust me on that. So I guess with that, I can actually turn off my fan, which is good too. Anyways, yeah. This is a Panasonic. That's a Panasonic. It has the latest firmware. It has nothing to do with anything. I've had this problem with HDMI connectors before. It just decides to die on me. Use a dummy battery, so you don't have to use the battery. And then you can take off this beast right here, this Rode mic. We'll put it all away for now. Anyways, clear as a bell now, both audio and video good. Where are the poker tournaments here in Vegas? I don't know, Frank. I'm not a poker guy. I'd say Binion's most likely has poker because that's where the World Series of Poker started. I would look into Rio. I know that they have poker at the Caesar's Palace. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's more money after more gosh darn money. This one here, I don't even know what a Camlink 4K costs. I'm going to have to look this up. So, yeah, you do need a dongle. That's an HDMI. It's clean 4K 60p. I know because I was using a little screen that I bought all weekend on it. I know the HDMI works. This is probably the problem right here. You have to use this to input into your setup. This is how you get your HDMI into your computer. You can use video capture card. You could try USB, but USB doesn't work as well. There is a new version of this camera that's coming out. Maybe that's what you're talking about, where you can stream using an app. And yeah, you can try that, but it's not going to be as reliable or look as good. Try Samsung. No, Samsung doesn't make this kind of camera anymore. Samsung made a camera like this, and I think they had their own mount. This is a micro 4/3 mount, and this is a $500 camera lens. That's not even expensive. The other lens I was showing you guys earlier is worth $1,200. That's not even expensive. This stuff gets expensive really fast. Nugget might have tournaments. I don't know. Young LA Raider, nice to see you, buddy. So let's see here. Jay Leto says, thanks, Phil Nagy. I needed that. What did Phil say to Jay? You wouldn't super chat. Phil Nagy told Jay Leto, calm down, bro. You don't super chat or anything. It's free admission. Yeah, it's free admission. Best public high school in the Valley. I don't know, Eric. I don't have kids. There is an academy out here that people really like. And some people really like, some people really hate. I literally think it's called Freedom Academy. Let's see if I can find it. Freedom Academy. It might be called that. So basically they teach a constitutional curriculum. And it's, yeah, Freedom Classical Academy. And I think that's what it is. Tuition-free public charter school. Blends classical education with STEM into... No, that's not the one. My buddy's going to send his kid there, though. They teach a constitutional-based, curriculum. People really like it. They bring them, when they're old enough, they go see the Liberty Bell in Philadelphia. It's pretty cool that exists. Hey, Eric Marie. Good telephoto lens in the 200mm range costs more than the camera body. William says it's true. I want to go to a Sony, but it's a full-frame sensor. The FX3, I think it's called, but it's a $4,000 camera body. And then I have all those lenses. So the GH6 that's coming out, it's a Panasonic camera. It's still a micro 4/3. There's still some drawbacks, but it's lighter. The lenses are lighter, and you'll be able to stream directly from the camera. But even then, there's hoops to go through. It's not easy. I got my girlfriend and her mom right here watching you. Can you give Nicole and Andrea a shout out? Nicole and Andrea, how y'all doing? Nice to see you here on the stream. Thanks for being here. Let me move your chats underneath my webcam so I can see better stuff. Good afternoon from Sydney, Australia. Poker rooms in Reno are becoming a thing of the past. They're coming. Yeah, I think honestly, if I had to say it, it seems almost to me like Vegas is transitioning away from a place where people give a damn, like the casinos care about gambling as much. And it seems like they're going more towards the idea of, just a place where the entertainment and sports and big concerts and everything like that. What do you think about the Jack Eichel trade to Las Vegas Golden Knights? So this is a hockey thing. Jack Eichel was, I think, a number one first-round draft pick for the Buffalo Sabres. Throughout his career, he's got a point per game. He's a great player. He's one of the top 10 centers in the league. Problem is he has a bulging vertebrae in his neck. And he wanted to get a particular type of surgery, but the Buffalo Sabres wouldn't pay for that surgery. So he wanted to trade. So he got a trade, but he's on what's called long-term injury reserve. That means that even though he got traded to the Golden Knights, you are not going to see him play until maybe even the playoffs next year. So you'd be lucky if you saw the guy play before February. But it's a great trade for the Golden Knights if he's even 8/10 of the player he was before the surgery. But they lost Tuck and one other player, I can't remember. So one of the original Golden Misfits is gone. Sad. I don't like to see him leave. I think it's a good trade for the Knights. They won the trade. Robert Jimenez, Seattle Kraken had the first hat trick last night. Good. You guys also won against... Who did you beat up on? I want to say you won against some East Coast team the other night. Cabana number 5's here. Hi, buddy. How you doing? Well, let's see here. Yeah, so welcome to the family, Nicole and Andrea. Thank you for being here. It's good to see you in here too, bro. I see that you're a mod. Oh, okay. Circa D Golden Gate is the sports resort. This is true, Circa and the D. Circa is the sports resort. I mean, the Golden Gate has, I think, a sports book. Does the D even have one? But yeah, that's the sports company. But they have Circa Sports. They have their own app. Will the Riggs incident make it harder for us to get an NBA or a Major League Baseball team? I don't see why it would. Give me half a GIF. If you guys are wondering, I got a bunch of crap on this floor. It's really not. I'm not the messiest person, but I'm not the tidiest person. But I got pillows here because I can't find a chair that's high enough. Oh, so much better. You can see my man boobs.
Sorry, could you say that again?
Shut up, Siri. Do you think... I don't think it's going to be harder for us to get a team. I mean, it's one person that made a bad decision. But it's more scandal for the Raiders, huh? I mean, our coach does stupid things, says stupid things. Now he's not our coach. And then this is a problem. But that can happen in any city. I mean, they serve alcohol everywhere. So the guy's being a jackass and drinking too much. Do you think the quality control at the Cosmo will go way down now that MGM will be in charge of it? That's a loaded question. We'll get back to that after we thank Cincinnati Kid. Thank you. Chillin' in Summerlin, like the informal chat format. Thank you. I appreciate it. This way I can talk more about stuff to you guys. And I appreciate you, Cincinnati Kid. That's super generous, guys. And also with Robert Jimenez. Guys, thank Robert 216 times. And thank Cincinnati Kid 216 times, too. So do you think the quality control of the Cosmo will go way down now that the MGM? I think they're probably going to keep the same management team. So I don't think it's going to be that bad in terms of quality control. I mean, if you have the same management team, then you're going to have the same quality, right? Hopefully they don't really change staff or move people around that much. DUI is common for NFL players in any city. William says that's exactly right. Raiders have always had scandal. Yeah, but there's this really... It's cool, but it's not cool. What it is there was a ESPN 30 for 30 special. It might still be on YouTube TV. You could go check it out. It was the Al Davis versus the NFL story. And if you weren't a Raiders fan to start with, but you want to see what some of the people who are Raiders fans are and how they look at the adversity of what the team's been through, fighting the league, fighting in the courts. There was a fixed court case where one of the jurors basically admitted afterwards that he was in it to make sure the Raiders couldn't, legally move. You go see all of that and you realize, like, yeah, man, this team has been up against adversity, and then their history between the Steelers and them and playing like the Ice Bowl that they played. I mean, there's some really cool stuff in there. It made me really appreciate the team a lot more. Like, I'm not a Raiders fan per se, and you say, oh, that's heresy. No, it's not. I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, where you're either a fan of the Raiders, the Broncos, or the Packers, because those are like the dominant teams in the 80s and 90s. And, and so I came here and I have the 49ers fanship, but I want to see the Raiders win. I want to see the city succeed. So, yeah, I want to see them do good. Young LA Raider said, Mark Davis moving the Raiders from Oakland to Las Vegas was a mistake. Josh Jacobs already had a DUI accident earlier this year. Ruggs, same thing. I can only hope our players can be easy. Here's the thing about Vegas, there's no last call. Okay, when we were in driving around by happenstance, we found a bar that Caroline worked at in 1994. So we're sitting at the bar, just to go see it because, it's changed ownership, it's changed names, but that's your past. I had to pee really bad and we exited in Tustin off of like this Red Oak, I think it was, drive, or Walnut Drive, and she's like, I used to live on Walnut Avenue, I think it was. And she's like, go down Red Oak, and we found this place. And you realize that in California, they have a last call. It's like 2 a.m., right, in that particular county. There's no last call in Vegas. So maybe when these teams bring their players here, they have to mitigate the risk by getting like success coaches or counselors or people that are not going to be stupid. Speaking of not being stupid, do me a favor, don't be stupid. Check out my sponsor on Instagram, P9 Magazine. They're actually pretty awesome, and they've been really nice to us. I have to actually go ahead and bring them up here. Where's my channel sponsor? We're going to move that up here. Boom, there they are. P9 Magazine over on Instagram. They've been really great to us. They had us come out to California. I got to shoot a professional video shoot with a professional studio, professional photographer using professional stuff. I got so much gorgeous footage. You guys might have seen some of that. Had you, let's see here, I can go to VLC Video Source, and I can actually show you some of that, I think, here. Let's see, VLC Video Source. You guys want to see something that I shot last weekend? Just some raw, unedited footage? Say yes in the chat if you do. Say yes in the chat if you do. Stop when not visible, restart when visible. Loop playlist. Oh, I got an add a playlist. Okay, let's just do a... I think Oakland didn't count on them moving. No, Oakland knew they were moving. It was just like, listen, we're going to move the team if you guys don't do something about it. And they didn't do anything about it. They didn't give them the terms that they wanted, and that's a major problem, you know. So we got yes, 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 sure, man. So this is some of the stuff that I shot. I got to go on my Google Drive. It took me literally 24 hours. Tony, oh my God, welcome back. Hope you had a good trip. Thank you, Tony. Guys, thank Tony 211 times. It took me literally 24 hours to upload 100 gigabytes to the cloud on my crappy internet connection. So, you know, hopefully you guys can actually see this without me destroying my stream in the meantime. Ooh, this might not work, ladies and gentlemen. This might not work at all. I might have just gimped my entire thing. Huh. Oh man, I made it choppy as hell. Richard Wilk is here, the Vegas expert himself. Wow, Richard, thank you for coming up and seeing me, buddy. Hopefully I didn't destroy my connection trying to load up some footage from my video filming that I did in California the other day. Richard is here, guys. It's funny, we were just talking about how Circa Downtown is like the #1 place for sports. Somebody said the D has sports, but the D does have the bar. It has that big old bar out there. You guys can sit and watch sports. Plus upstairs they got the Bar Canada, which is really nice to see. Richard Wilker's stream is already giving me problems. I know, man. I did a dumb thing just now, and what I did was, I'll be back in half a second, I think, because what I did was I tried to load some media, and it's not playing well with what I just tried to do. Let's see here. Tony has done it again. Yes, I know. Barry's Prime has great rib cap. Okay. Yeah, nice to see Richard in the chats. It really, really is. But hopefully I didn't gimp everything. Give me half a GIF. I'll be right back in half a second. I might have to restart this biatch. See if I can do that. If I do, I do. It's all Circa Sports at all three. Oh, yeah, for sure. I was telling them, Richard, you guys branded it. Circa Sports. Looks like I at least have a connection. So I'm not going to risk anything. They branded it Circa Sports. I mean, you guys are going to dominate everything. It's like, it's smart. You guys did a smart thing. I was also talking about how Resorts World didn't do a smart thing, and they have practically no sports at all at Resorts World. And it's really surprising that they didn't go in for that, because just, you know, eighth of a mile down the way, you got Phil Ruffin with Treasure Island, and he basically went ahead and went all sports during COVID shutdown. Your shot is great for me now. Yeah, I'm not going to monkey with this. I was trying to play a local file, and it looks like it just decided that it's not going to work for me. Thank you for all you do. Best of luck with the crypto channel. Yeah, we got the crypto channel, Not Leaving Crypto. Some of you guys did subscribe today. That was great of you guys, and we really appreciate it. I'm doing an experiment. I have myself and 3 other people, and we're lending small bits of Ethereum to DeFi, and some of those people are seeing some great returns, honestly. You know, my one friend, who I know in real life, he started with $100. He put in an extra 1,000, which I'll never do again. You guys start small, and he's up to like $6,900 of worth of like that's his money. Another guy from the UK, he started with $75 after all the fees, and he's now up to $400 worth, and so he's made that money. So yeah, he's doing well. It's called the channel's called Not Leaving Crypto, Matt. So Not Leaving Crypto. It looks just like Not Leaving Las Vegas. And we're trying to approach crypto from a standpoint of, it's something that you can use to hedge your investments, and it's not investment advice, but I have a lot of people that have emailed me, and if you're one of them, I will get back to you. I just bought notleavingcrypto.com. I put up a front page. We're going to put up some ways where you guys can learn how to go into Coinbase and buy some crypto if you want me to try to invest it for you. Hello, Sarah H. How you doing? It's easy to stay at Circle because of the sports entertainment to watch. This is true. It was so cool when we were at the double bunk room at Circa. Richard was showing it off, and we did a review of it. You can look down and see all of Stadium Swim. I wonder if Circa will ever consider allowing people that have that view to be able to turn on their TV and pipe in whatever's on the big screen. I mean, could you imagine staying at Circa for the Super Bowl? Stadium Swim is showing you the Super Bowl, and you could just tune in and hear the Super Bowl and hear the outside. Like, it'd be really cool. You get some ambient background noise. You could be in your room, you could have that on. It could be like you could be like you're at Stadium Swim without being at Stadium Swim because you're in your room. I don't know. This is a stupid idea. I'm not a marketing guy. Whatever. Let's see here. I started last week with 20 bucks. Really not from me, Beth, but that's cool. I'm glad you're doing it. I did a video today. I was talking about how corporations are trying to just basically when you go in with a corporation, they'll take everything from you. So do something to hedge your bets. I don't care if it's with me or with somebody else. Let's see here. Just curious, has Matthew from Canada tried to do a collab with you? He's collabed with many other vloggers. I talked to him, I stepped on his toes with Jacob from Jacob's Life in Vegas. And Jacob wouldn't accept my apology, but Matthew did, and we're friends, and he's cool. I haven't talked to him in forever and a half. We were talking on Instagram for a minute there, but I like Matthew. He's cool. Steven, can you please explain what crypto is for those of us who don't know? Thanks. Man. Yes, Chris, I've done that on that channel. Does anybody here want me to do just a brief overview of crypto stuff right now? I can do that quickly with you guys if you want. Say yes in the chat if you do. So thank you so much, April, for posting up the link to Not Living Crypto. You guys could go subscribe to that channel. Let's see here. Wrestling in a Hemingway says, Richard Wilkes, circa Golden Nugget, the D should bring back Keno runners of the restaurants. No places in Vegas seem to have that anymore. That's true. It used to be a great addition to eating experience in Vegas. Okay. When will you guys accept? So actually the D Hotel has, I believe, does have a machine in it, so you can actually do Bitcoin transactions at the machine. It's like a Bitcoin ATM, and then you go over and you can get cash out of that, fiat cash. I said it so you're paying, darling. Crypto 101 with Stevie J. Even the people who don't want to hear it need to hear it. Doing great. Hope all is well with my friend. Yes, okay. So I actually have a crypto channel called Not Leaving Crypto. Cryptocurrencies have been around for a while. So here's what this is, okay? We have an unlimited amount of money in supply. The government just prints more when they need it. And I explained this in a video, fiat versus crypto. Fiat literally means determined by an authority. It's an old Latin term. It's actually from the book of Genesis, if you take the literal Latin transition of the book of Genesis, determined by authority. So our money value is determined by authority, which means that the money is whatever they say it is, And so along comes something else that people can basically know as finite, because if money is infinite and you print too much of one thing, then it's not worth anything. So gold is not finite. Gold has a set value, and up until the 1970s, we actually used to have a set store of value pegged to gold. It was the gold standard. Richard Nixon took us off the gold standard. It was supposed to be temporary, but when the government does things, it's never very temporary. It's almost always permanent. So we don't have a standard peg to our money except for what the government sets the rates at. So along comes Bitcoin, and Bitcoin started off in 2009, and Bitcoin is a store of value. It's like digital gold. And there's another big player, which is Ethereum, and we'll talk about Ethereum in a second. But Bitcoin is a way for people to take real money and invest it into something that's called a Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is actually mined just like gold is. Cryptos all operate on something called a blockchain. And a blockchain is literally an accounting ledger. Again, I've explained this all in a series of videos on Not Leaving Crypto. But imagine, if you will, you go into the store and you say, I want to buy this iPhone. And this iPhone is worth $1,400. You want to use a card to pay for it, and your bank keeps the ledger over here, and Apple Store keeps the ledger over there. And Apple Store contacts your bank and says, according to your ledger, Mr. Bank, does Steven have $1,400 to pay for this phone? And your bank says yes, and takes the money and sends it over to Apple. Both sides of the ledger are noted. Yours has a loss for $1,400, and theirs has a gain for $1,400. Now imagine if you were to hack your bank account and make it look like you had $1,400 when you really didn't. That's considered fraud. Well, don't do that. That's bad. But Apple might not know it. But on blockchain is like a ledger. It's actually a chain of different ledger entries made up of blocks of data. And on blockchain, everybody's checking the accounts all at the same time. And those people that check the accounts are called crypto miners. Okay, crypto or Bitcoin miners or Ethereum miners. And they do a complex set of transactions and calculations on the network to make sure that the ledger is the same. Everybody has a copy of the ledger. It's open up to everybody. I could show you my wallet address that I'm doing some stuff on right now, and you would see every single transaction that went in and out of the wallet. It's transparent. Okay, and since Bitcoin itself, the big one of the two that I'm talking about, Bitcoin and Ethereum, the two cryptos, since that one there is based on a math algorithm that eventually runs out, people know that every time they solve the transaction, they mine when people are doing, let's say, I'm really all over the place. If I'm going to send you Bitcoin, the ledger is going to be checked by a million different people. The first one to solve the mathematical problem to check the ledger gets rewarded in a little bit of Bitcoin. Bit by bit, the mathematical algorithm plays itself out, and there's no more Bitcoins left. That happens in like the year 2400. So when you put money into Bitcoin, you're storing your money into something that's finite. Your Bitcoin is worth this much money today, but as there's less and less of it, more people want it, the value goes up. Unlike paper money, which has a value that decreases over time. And people like Bitcoin because it's based on those blockchains where everybody can check the ledger all at the same time. So everybody can be very honest in their transactions. You can send crypto around the world with bypassing banks entirely from one person to another, and they have a wallet and you have a wallet, and everybody can view everybody else's wallet and know if the money's there and if the person's good for it. And thank you so much, Cabana number 5. Vegas trade shows exist. Be there next week. Hope to see you, buddy. Cabana is booked in at the piano bar, and we'll talk some crypto. Yeah, send me a message or send me a text. You're on my iMessage, Cabana. Send me a text and we'll meet up, and if you want to talk about that stuff, we can. So that's basically how it works. Blockchain is an open ledger that everybody gets access to. People that check the transactions to make sure they're legitimate are called the miners. Eventually, there's no more crypto that can be mined, so it's a finite resource, which means that it doesn't go down in value. It only goes up for what's already in the money supply or the crypto supply for that type of crypto, in this case, Bitcoin. And eventually, there's no more Bitcoin that can be mined, so if you own what you own now at a lower value, it goes up over time. I know this is all over the place. I know. I explain it much better on my channel because you guys put me on the spot right now. So that's basically how crypto works. An open ledger that everybody can see. There's no mistaking it. There's no cheating it. It's all transparent. And it's all checked by millions of other people all at the same time to make sure that the money transactions, the crypto transactions can go through. The people that solve the problems are the people that make a little bit of cryptocurrency in return as a reward. And that's how that works. Now, I'm working not in Bitcoin. I'm working in Ethereum. And Ethereum is a completely different beast, and it's very complicated. But they use something called smart contracts, which is basically computer code. And one person I'm talking to right now is running a social network based on crypto technology. So the social network can never go down. You can do video hosting, where videos can never be pulled off of the internet on Ethereum. And I'm doing a thing right now where we're helping people to turn small bits of Ethereum into bigger bits of Ethereum because, again, it's a finite resource. So when somebody wants to buy it, the company that wants to sell it to them, when they say, give me one Ethereum coin worth $4,500, they have to deliver it. They get it from decentralized finance networks, which are a whole another subset of crypto stuff. But they borrow that from people like us and then repay us back to be able to deliver that to the person who wants to buy their Ethereum with fiat money. I'm all over the place. I did a terrible job of explaining. You're probably more confused than when I started. Can you get my opinion on Shiba Inu? Manuel says, yes, I already did this on Not Living Crypto. I don't buy meme coins. I find it a meme coin. There's 1 quadrillion Shiba Inus in supply, going back to the scarcity. Shiba Inu is an Ethereum-based version of Dogecoin, which Elon Musk pumped last year, which I bought because I was dumb. I didn't know what I was doing. I lost money on my Dogecoin last year, so I won't buy Shiba Inu because already the value has dropped. It got hot for a minute. People make a little bit of money, and if they dump it at the right time, they dump it at the right time. I'm not in this to be a day trader staring at a computer trying to click a mouse whenever I think I'm going to make some money off of something. I'm not here to buy low, sell high. I'm here for the long run. And so instead of doing that, I'm doing the loans to the DeFi network, and I'm making pretty good returns. Like if I loan 100, I can get 200 back in a day or two. If I do 200, I get 400 back within 7 days, that kind of stuff, because they have just no supply of Ethereum. And so what I have is more valuable. And so when I lend what I have, I get that back plus interest. How do the miners get compensated? All right, so straightforward, okay? Miners have to run a program on their computer that checks the ledger on both sides. Make sure that that person has the crypto that they want to send to that person, and make sure the transaction goes smoothly. Now, the miners get compensated in a small little micro bit of that version of the crypto. So if they're a Bitcoin miner, they get compensated in a little bit of Bitcoin as a reward. If they're an Ethereum miner, they get compensated in a little bit of Ethereum as a reward for solving the calculation. The problem is, Bitcoin has been around since 2009, and in 2009 you could have gone to your local Best Buy and spent $2,000 on a computer and taken it home and been competitive in solving that equation first, and then you would have gotten the rewards. It's not like that anymore. Now there are some places in the world where utility costs, electrical costs are very low, in like third world countries, where people are setting up data centers the size of a Walmart store. And they have thousands of computers in there trying to all plug away and solve the calculation first. That's bad for the environment. Elon Musk was right when he said that last year, when he stopped taking Bitcoin. And it means that only the people with millions of dollars to invest in crypto mining operations are actually making any kind of rewards. And some of these crypto miners are making $10 to $20 million a year based on this. Well, let's see here. Steven is not a fan of Shiba Inu. I have a video on it. I do. It's a joke about a joke. Always need to be careful with blockchain. Excuse me. I don't know if you have to be careful with blockchain. You have to be careful with decentralized finance, DeFi. You have to be careful with people who want to pump up a coin so then they can make a lot of money on it. And they're doing basically a classic pump and dump scheme, which is illegal on Wall Street. Yeah, I lost $7,500 on Doge thanks to Elon. Right, Manuel. And if you knew what you knew, don't buy meme coins. Buy things that are stable, things that will go up. It's like people compare crypto to the tulip craze that they had in the Netherlands hundreds of years ago. That's like buying a meme coin. Tulips are plentiful. They'll just make some more. Once the tulips are clipped, you can grow some more tulips. But at the same time, there's a black cat here. I should make a blackjack crypto. At the same time, if you go with something like Bitcoin or Ethereum that are way more stable and have way more utility, Bitcoin being a store of value and people like it for payments, Ethereum being something that they're building financial networks on, ow, you're so sharp, dude, then you have something that's going to over time go up in value. Let's see if we got more questions about crypto stuff. Shiba is a meme coin that people, mostly those with a ton of money back, pump a bunch of money into and then leave when it gets high. Exactly. Thank you, Hannah. No one takes crypto in exchange for anything. That's not true, Jay. Not true at all. There's a whole list of people that take crypto. I think Newegg, which is a giant electronics retailer that goes head to head with the biggest, like Amazons and stuff, they take crypto. I can pull up a list of people that take cryptocurrencies right now. Not as widespread as I'd like, of course. You need a bath, dude. Last time I gave him a bath, he clawed the hell out of me. We keep his claws sharp because there's coyotes, and if he ever gets out, I want him to be able to defend himself. But he is so hard to bathe because he weighs 25 pounds, and he's mostly thick muscle. And but he's so gentle. See how docile he is? He just wants food. What's wrong with using regular money, David? There's nothing wrong, David, with using regular money. The problem is inflation is a bitch, and it exists, and the governments of the world keep diminishing the cost of money. $100 today is not worth $100 10 years from now. Well, let's see here. Bitcoin is really expensive now, but it's the most stable crypto out there. Bitcoin and Ethereum are both pretty darn stable. Right now, Goldman Sachs, the big financial outfit, is predicting that Ethereum could hit $8,000 by the end of the year. It's very possible because it's pegged to inflation right now. Greetings, not lovers. Con is here. Let blackjack rub against your hat. Oh yeah, he loves it. The problem with regular money is diminishing buying power. This is very true. So there's actually, see if I can actually just pull it up here. Let me see if I can do this for you guys. Let's take a look at something, okay? Display capture. We're going to display a capture. We're going to display a capture. Let's see which capture I'm going to show you guys. Dell monitor. So we can actually just find this and see what we got. Okay, Dell monitor. Oh, look at that. It's my entire screen if I'm doing it wrong. Yeah, you guys can probably see that. I'm going to show you this other display here. Holy cow, it's Inception. Look at that. Isn't that creepy? All right, so if you look at this, just go and some people don't know that this even exists. Inflation calculator. But you can type it in. And so here it is. Now you go and you type in the inflationary value. And I was born in 1981. So let's say in 1981, you know, I had $1,000, and let's see what that's worth now. $1,000 is worth $3,000. So things are not great with the dollar. There's a 201% rate of inflation. I mean, you know, if something costs a nickel in 1913 for, you know, a bottle of Coca-Cola Classic, you know, that's 99 cents nowadays. Okay, so a nickel had a lot more purchasing power all those years ago, correct? And that's the main thing that people are worried about. So then if you look at, you know, Bitcoin price chart, and you take a look at Bitcoin's pricing chart, and you look at it over the course of all time, you see how that's actually beaten inflation, and that's actually just gone up. So this is for one day. You look at it all, I mean, it spikes here, but overall it goes up over time. And that's really what that is. I mean, oops, sorry about that. So you can see that it's not going down. And the chart goes all the way back to 2013. It's flat until people actually start utilizing it and using it. And, you know, imagine buying it in back here, what was the value? $800. It was $100 in 2013. Buy $100 of Bitcoin and it's worth $62,000 now. So that's the main thing that people have to realize, is that the stuff, it's here for the long run, and it's a hedge against inflation. Just my own personal opinion, Cardano will take out Ethereum. Boom! Proof of stake will win in the end. Ethereum 2.0 has potential to fail epically. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Terry. The problem is Cardano doesn't have the same liquidity value that Ethereum does. So if you take all the Cardano in existence, and so total market cap for Cardano, and you take all that market cap, $65 billion, market cap for Ethereum, so all the Cardano in existence is $65.75 billion. There's $550 billion of Ethereum in existence. Now, since Cardano runs on smart contracts, and so does Ethereum, then you need to have more smart contracts and more validators for your transactions to go through smoothly. So if you only have $65.75 billion of Cardano, but you have nearly 8 times more of Ethereum, and we transition all of Ethereum over to running smart contracts as validator nodes. I know I'm getting, because Terry seems like he knows what he's talking about with this. Then you have basically a bigger capacity highway to do more transactions. So Ethereum 2.0 can do 100,000 transactions a second. I don't know how many Cardano can do, but you would literally have to have way more market for Cardano to be able to take out anything bigger. It's kind of like saying that your highway's better because it has, you know, a new pavement. Well, it's 2 lanes. My highway's 52 lanes. I think I can carry more traffic on my highway. That's really all it is. Anyways, it has gone up over time. That doesn't mean it will hold its value. It's a non-productive asset. David, I don't know if it's a non-productive asset. Here's the thing about smart contracts. Smart contracts run on a virtual machine. The virtual machine can power applications. The applications can power websites and can power social media networks and can power video hosting websites. So that's the decentralization. And there's actually a company called Decentralized Computing, I think it is. They're trying to build a parallel version of the internet that can never be taken out by any central power. And that's the anti-censorship league. And that's a lot of people that are coders that basically hate Google, Facebook, Microsoft, and Amazon that are working to actually make this second version of this internet run, but it'll be running on blockchain. So there's your intrinsic value. And every time a smart contract is triggered, it makes rewards and people get paid. Bitcoin, because it's a hedge against inflation. MXP is right. Anything too good to be true always is, Mitch. Yeah, I mean, look, you could say that. In 2008, when the market value dropped, I know somebody who bought 15 homes in Las Vegas, and they're rich now. But, you know, he took advantage of a situation, and some people are now. Helicopter flight over the strip would be cool, Kyle. I don't know if you can stream from a helicopter. Compare the charts for the US dollar and Bitcoin over the past 10 years. Watch the buying power of the US dollar constantly dropping as Bitcoin goes up. There you go, Matt. Why do I need to endlessly verify things? I'm too busy. I like to verify information when I look at it. Companies are real. I'd rather invest in them, and they beat inflation over time as well. Some of them do, Mitch. Some of them do. Some of them don't. Some of them fail, some of them suffer, some of them burn out. Ask anybody in 2008 who had a 401k how that felt for them. Back to Vegas talk. Sure, James. People are eating zoo animals in Venezuela to stay alive, but they take Bitcoin. And El Salvador's bond rating went up significantly when they switched over to use Bitcoin as a secondary stable currency. So El Salvador is doing pretty good. Venezuela has socialism problems. Venezuela's problems are socialism. The government just basically robbing people. It's all digital speculation. I like real things like gold and silver. Silver Kino Gary makes a good point. You're exactly right. Can you imagine the people who had a 10% investment in the lava lamp company in the early 1960s? I love it. I love it. Steven says it's Internet 3.0, and it really is. How many cats do I have? I have 3 cats. I have Blackjack, which you just saw. I have Domino, who's very old and doesn't come on camera often because he's very old. And he probably had a stroke years ago. We couldn't test it because it would cost like $8,000 to test, the vet said. And he can't walk very good, but he's my special guy. He's a sweetheart. But he just yells and eats a lot. And then we have Princess, who's a young Siamese cat who is a monster, who we're trying to train to be nicer. Is there an anti-mandate protest on the strip right now? Hearing Miracle Mile is locked down right now. Damn, Cesar, I almost want to go to the strip, man. Let's go to Facebook and we'll pull up Fox 5 Vegas, because they're always really good at streaming that stuff. Last year, oh man, what's wrong with Facebook? It's slow. Last year they streamed the heck out of the protests on the strip for the BLM protests. So let's see what we got. Fox 5 Las Vegas, popular now. Ooh, maybe there is a protest going on. We can cover it here vicariously. Fox 5 News Now. Oh, I don't see it. It's a group. Fox 5 Las Vegas. Maybe I gotta type that in. Why no dogs? I'm allergic to dogs. I wish I wasn't allergic to dogs, but I'm really allergic to dogs. They don't got any live video going right now, Fox 5. But, you know, they're covering the Harry Reid International thing. And SEMA wrapped up, and nobody even said anything, including me. So, yeah, I don't see anything live online. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, look, you're going to have protests on the strip. You're going to have that. It's a public place. As long as they don't get violent, I don't care. Go protest. It's your right. That's what makes this place awesome in America. I can't wait until we can do live streams on the Leaving Crypto channel and have these discussions without annoying the hell out of the half the audience. Yes, Terry, thank you so much. And for the record, I could go live at any given moment on that. I just have to use third-party live stream software like Prism or something like that on my phone, because you can bypass it entirely. I'm allergic to cats, which I wasn't, so I feel you. Yeah, it sucks. I've done the whole hypoallergenic dog thing. Somebody brought one to the office once. That's a lie. At least for me it is. Let's see here. Hello from Hamilton, Ontario. Go Leafs, who beat the Knights 4-0 a couple of nights ago. Hey, man, I'd be happy if the Leafs won the Stanley Cup. My old man is a Leafs fan, and, you know, he hasn't seen his team win and much of anything in the last 50 years, so I'd like to see that. Shiba too risky, $8,000 now. What? Shiba's not worth $8,000. That's wrong. let's just correct the record. Lastly, the last crypto thing we'll do. I'm gonna go over to Coinbase and look what Shiba Inu is worth. It's not worth $8,000. I have to see right now. Assets. No, I gotta go to the trade value and then type in Shiba. Yeah, Shiba is worth. Yeah, Shiba's not worth $8,000. It's worth 0.00006105. So it has a $33.9 billion market cap. Everybody's buying it, but it's not worth $8,000. That's for sure. Go Libertarians. Oh, Libertalians. Okay. What's up, Watertown Lotto guy? How's my trip, Scott? It was good. We saw a lot of stuff going on. Shiba's worth $8,000. No, not quite, but and I'm not buying it because it's a meme coin, like I said. Your Flames have been having a great start of their season. You should do a Silver Knights game one weekend. I was thinking of just buying tickets to the Silver Knights game, bringing Caroline, guys. Hey, we're going out to a thing. And the tickets for the Henderson Silver Knights are affordable. It's fun. I don't know if they're playing at the Dollar Loan Center yet. It's literally called the Dollar Loan Center. They built an arena and called it that. It's not any worse than, you know, the HP Pavilion, which they had in San Jose, or the Honda Center. You don't like Shiba Inu because it's a dog coin, not a cat. No, I don't buy jokes. Shiba Inu started by the same people that started Doge. It's a joke. There's there's a quadrillion of them, I think. I mean, I read it. It's 1 quadrillion. How do you even math that out? How many people on the planet? Maybe, what, 7-8 billion versus a quadrillion? That means you could give everybody on the planet several thousand of these things. It's stupid. It's stupid. People are pumping it up and tricking you into buying it so then they can sell what they bought this morning. All those kids on the TikToks. An early investor invests 8,000, can't take cash out. Maybe not. Do you feel everyone should invest in stocks? I don't think the stock market is fair to anybody. I think the stock market's highly rigged. I think that high frequency trading has ruined it for people. I think that maybe if you buy into some kind of hedge fund, or if you're in some kind of 401k, you could maybe make money over time. If Shiba were worth $8,000, it could not pay the derivative debt. Let's see here. Oh, okay. You're talking about an $8,000 investment in Shiba in August of 2020. Was that even a thing in 2020? Sorry, I don't believe. Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah, that's when it was worth tens, hundreds, thousands, basically millions of a cent. Sure. You can always hope and dream about stuff. Silver Knights are still playing at the Orleans all this season. Good. Very nice. Hedge funds suck. 5 to 10,000 new Shiba holders per day. Yep. And when people decide to move on to the next thing, everybody loses money except for the people that are buying it now and selling it at its peak. Do you think Vegas is back like it used to be? No, Jake, I don't think it is. I mean, I see it as they got to get rid of the masks. And I know it sounds stupid because my wife makes masks from VegasFaceMask.com, but she don't like wearing these. I don't like wearing these. Nobody likes wearing these things. This thing is ridiculous. Okay, this is not helping, because you're going into a casino and what are you doing? You're drinking and gambling and going, oh, I care so much about my health, I got to wear a mask. This is keeping poker players away from Vegas. This is keeping concert goers away from the city. This is keeping people away from the city. And I don't know why they haven't changed it out yet. Lots of places in this country are not requiring these things, and they're fine. We have had our COVID numbers go up. So these are not going away. Every time in October somebody would say, well, I heard that the mask mandate's going away on November 1st. I'd say, where are you hearing that from? Some guy on Twitter that's talking out of his rear end. Because as long as we have our governor and he's set in his ways, these are not going anywhere. This is hurting us. It's helping my family. Hey, got to wear a mask because they make you in Las Vegas, live in Vegas. 2 for $25, VegasFaceMask.com. They're good quality things, but nobody wants to wear them. And people are holding out until they don't have to wear a mask, and they're going to places that don't have mask requirements. It's like my video today. If you're in LA and you want to do New Year's and you don't want to be bothered with vaccine mandates, why don't you just go to Vegas or San Diego, because they don't have them? And I guarantee you this is hurting the city. It's stupid. It's childish, because people come here and destroy their bodies slowly but surely in casinos doing debauchery, and then you got to wear a mask for your health. And you're not socially distanced. That's the thing that would actually help. And I'm not suggesting they bring back social distancing, but that's the thing that actually helps. Because if you're 6 feet away and you're breathing germs out, they're not getting to the next person. But they're not doing that, but they're doing this. And nobody's doing it because everybody's just going to get a $5 drink and walking around the casino going, oh, no, I'm drinking. Don't even get me started, man. Will Caroline be making crypto masks? No, she won't. I only get gas from my rear end. Haha. I spent a week in Vegas with wearing my mask 99% of the time. I wasn't in my hotel room. I didn't mind. Elections have consequences. They do. Let's see here. I'm going to Niagara-on-the-Lake. Oh, I love Niagara-on-the-Lake. We used to go to an amusement park out there called Crystal Beach, I think. It's gone now. They had the world's largest wooden roller coaster at a time. I rode it. It was badass, but I was little, so I don't remember it that well. When Ethereum makes money, is the money Ethereum or dollars? Everything, okay, so it's just like anything. If you have purchased $100 of stocks and now the stock is worth $110, you can cash out your stocks and make a profit of $110. So if you invested, like if you sent, okay, if you decide to, and it's completely up to you, and I'm not suggesting anybody do it, but if you sent me $100 of Ethereum and I were to take that and send it off to DeFi for the loan, and then it comes back and now you have $200 of Ethereum, you went from about 0.044 Ethereum. No, I'm not good at math. So 100 USD in Ethereum. So you went from 0.022 Ethereum to 0.044. You made $100 profit. Then you would cash that out through an exchange and then have that cash value put into your bank account. So that's how that works. So if you went from having 0.022, which is $100, to 0.22, which is $1,000, then you're going to go ahead and cash out as much Ethereum as you want, sell it to the marketplace, and get cash for it, if that helps. I go to Niagara in a barrel. I remember Con Am when I was a kid. They used to have the Daredevil Museum in Niagara Falls, and you could see the people that tried to go over the falls in a barrel, which is actually illegal now. You get arrested, you get put in jail for that. Casinos in Las Vegas have finally given up trying to enforce the mask mandate. I see some of them trying. I was in Vegas last week, and half the people weren't masking inside. Yeah, there you go. Patrick Smith was deleted. What did Patrick Smith say that my friend April deleted? Con always wear your... Oh, that's not nice. I thought this was a Vegas channel, of course. The whole January 4th mandate is ridiculous. Red states will be suing Biden. I don't know. We're talking about the vaccine mandate, and a lot of people are going to lose their jobs on January 4th. It's going to cause unemployment to spike. Let's see here. What do you use for Ethereum staking? I think I saw you are a validator now. I'm using an exchange that I use. I'm trying not to say the name of the exchange because if people go directly to that exchange, then I'm out of business. So I use that for the loans, and you can stake on there if you want to, but it's a private exchange. I'm not using Kraken. I'm not using Binance. I'm not using Coinbase. Those are scandalous in how they rob people of their money. So if you stake with an actual independent DeFi company, you're going to get so much more back. I mean, you'll get 3.62 Ethereum a month in rewards. It's ridiculous. Okay. When do you feel the masks will go away? Scott says. If you want more information on that, just email me. You can email me. I'll add it to this right here. Send me an email. I'll get back to you when I can. Let's see here. Where is it? Channel information. You can email me here, stevenj at notleavinglasvegas.com. Okay, here's the deal. Right now, I'm helping some people and I'm managing their money and I'm charging them a small fee for that. And if people skip over me and go straight to who I'm working with, then I put myself out of business. Or they can just get the vaccine. I don't know why everyone is so hard-headed about it. Joel, I mean, it's a personal choice, and people don't like being told that they can't make their personal choices. Some people have medical concerns. Some people have had COVID, and there's proof that if you've had COVID in the last 9 months, you have better protection than a person who had a vaccine. So why put a vaccine in you that has not been tested? Typically, vaccines are tested for 3 to 10 to even 20 years. But we're not testing this for 3 years. We're testing it for 6 months. So it's tough. I think I'm skipping tremendously. Unfortunately, when the mask mandate ends, I think the economy will be slowing down so much due to the inflation, it may really hit tourism areas. Oh, it's terrible, FlexPix. Yeah, it's really bad right now. Ontario banned crypto. It's funny, huh? I just don't invest more than you can afford to lose. That's true. Everybody comes through me. I only start them at $100. That way, worst case scenario, it's $100. It's not $1,000. Okay, but people are told what they have to do all the time: taxes, vehicle registration, insurance, etc., etc. Sure, Joel, that's true. Now, if you don't, and if you don't register your vehicle, you suffer the consequences. Would you lose your job for not registering your vehicle? Would you lose your livelihood for not paying your taxes? Would you lose your livelihood for not registering insurance on your car? I think that's the major thing here. And also, all those things don't have possible medical side effects down the line for you. And that's an issue. Although, Joel, funny side note, there's this whole sovereign citizen movement. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Look it up. It's completely fascinating. These are people that say things like, I don't have to pay any taxes because of this law that I think exists. Or people that say, I don't need a driver's license because my taxes that I do pay for this road. It's a very, very interesting movement. When Sisolak leaves, the mask requirements will be gone. True, Bill. We have a couple of people running against him this time. If mandate is good, is the sound really quiet for you guys? Somebody's complaining about the sound. The mandates are about accepting government control, and it's the prelude to the mark of the beast. Oh, there's some loaded stuff, D-man. I've been told this isn't a vaccine. Depends on what you think a vaccine is. I thought a vaccine was something that stops illness, but this makes you feel less sick. Let's see here. No Vegas until masking is gone. Will resort fees always be in play, or could they disappear someday? No, Jake, people are used to paying the resort fees, and it's a guaranteed income that the resort makes no matter where the room was booked. So if so here's what'll happen. Let's say you're the Bellagio. Actually, let's say you're MGM Grand, and they have 4,400 rooms, I think, at the MGM Grand, and you decide to take 50% of your rooms and sell them to travel websites. So 50% of your rooms, 2,200 of your rooms, are gone on travel websites. You sell them for a very low rate. Okay, the travel websites buys them up in bulk. They might buy 1,000 rooms at a particular time for a bulk rate. Now you're selling them for a really low price, and you want to make more money. So you charge your hotels a resort fee on top of that low rate price. So let's say Expedia buys so many rooms that they sell them at $25 to Expedia.com. That could very well happen, right? So now they're only getting $25, but as long as they take their $50 resort fee on top of that $25, they're really generating $75, regardless of who sells the room, if that makes sense to you. So it's a guaranteed amount of money. So then at the end of the year, they go down to Wall Street investors and this kind of stuff, and they have stockholders and shareholders, and they say, how much money are you generating? And they can compartmentalize everything, and they can say, well, off of our room rates and our room reservations, we're making this much money. They know $50 if they're running 80. I think we looked it up once. I think the general before COVID was 89% occupancy. So let's see what that is. What's 89% of 4,400? So 3,916. So they can know that on any given night, we're going to do it. So what's 3,916 times 45? So they know that they make $176,200 and change on any given night if they're at 89% capacity on average. So then they can take those numbers and they can put them into future forecasts for profitability and things like this. So then they can have some semblance of sanity for what they're going to make. Of course, COVID skewered that entire thing and all that went out the window, and now our numbers are way different. But regardless of how much they sell that room to Expedia, Travelocity, third parties for, they know that they're making $176,000 on average on just their resort fees on every single night of the year. Okay, how many Walmart, Target, and other major companies' employees will quit if forced? Won't have 4.6 unemployment anymore. Oh, it's going to go up, I know. Missed my strip walks. Yeah, we're going to be out on the strip. Actually, probably downtown tomorrow because Al Cortez is putting on a shindig. Somebody told me. If I can verify that, I'll go down there. MGM is selling properties. Are they cashing out before the crash? No. MGM is not interested in owning real estate anymore. And they're interested in being a gaming company. So it's kind of like if you were a movie theater and you're Regal Entertainment, for example. Now you can own a bunch of real estate and you can be a real estate company, or you can be a movie theater company. And if you manage your movie theaters and you have something people want and they want to see the movie, you can rent out any building. You don't have to be a real estate company. So they look at it, they're like, how do we grow our business? Like, how do we grow a business in new markets? We need a bunch of fresh capital. How can we tap into fresh capital? we can go ahead and we can sell the properties that we have, because really, how much money have we made from appreciation of the property that we own, that the Bellagio sits on, over the last 10 years? They look at it, they go, huh, how much money could we make in the next 10 years if we sold the Bellagio for billions of dollars, and then we take that money and we grow the business in other markets? And we grow the business not by buying property somewhere, but by getting land or buying a company that's already there, or investing and building something that we don't necessarily own, but we run the business at a very high profitable level. So I think that's what they're doing. Dirty Diana, I haven't seen you in here for ages, unless you've been lurking. Thank you so much for that, Dirty Diana. I appreciate you very much. Let's see here. Record profits from sports books. That's a part of it too, Patrick. I mean, Caesars bought William Hill, and Circa has Circa Sports, obviously. And what else do we got? I mean, you got BetMGM. That's another big one. They got Jamie Foxx running their national ad campaign. Oh my gosh, Mitch Nyhart says rage quit. I was raging pretty hard on stuff. Ontario is getting rid of all COVID restrictions and masks by March. We'll see how that goes, Michael, because I know the province of Alberta had to backpedal. George Sy, always like your realistic perspective, and freedom is precious in this country. It is. FMGM, thank you so much, George and Mitch and Dirty Diana, and thank you guys. Wow, you're so generous to me tonight. Wow. Always like you. Okay, so if MGM Properties didn't have gambling app, they would be hurting big time. This is true. Dirty Diana, I've seen you in here. John Neese, my man, John. I'm sorry I couldn't have time to see you in SoCal, John. We were just slammed the entire time we were there. It was just a lot of stuff. On my Instagram, I want to show you guys something. Can I show you guys something? If you guys aren't on it, I want you guys to do me two solids. You know, you should definitely be subscribing to me over on Not Leaving Crypto if you want to learn about that stuff. It'd be good to support me. But this is my Instagram. I'm going to show you this real fast. I don't think I have anything private on here. No, I definitely don't. So this is my Instagram right here, and you guys can see my feed and see my profile, and I'm gonna show you some of these photos. So I mean, like, this is the kind of stuff I'm doing, you know. That's actually the Cabrillo National Monument. We went up there after it was closed, and these are the kind of photos that I do on Instagram. I don't just like post snapshots of stuff. So if you like really cool stuff, it's not all Southern California, obviously. There's a cemetery up there, that's San Diego in the background. But we have a bunch of different stuff on Vegas too. Oh, this is Old Town San Diego. Like, I just love photography, just so you guys are aware of this. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you know, check us out. There's a couple of clips from Billions in there. But we do have a lot of Vegas stuff on the feed too. And yeah, it never stops. This is one I did downtown near Container Park. And that's on the other side, down by where they have this little area. I can't remember. It's called Peyote. There's a restaurant called Peyote down there. So yeah, I got a lot of good stuff. So Not Leaving Las Vegas on Instagram. If you guys like that kind of stuff, you might support us there. This was one that we did with a garage sale we went to. There was all these peacocks out there. I posted this as a short on YouTube as well, obviously, but you know, you'll get this stuff over on Instagram as well. Wild peacocks just roaming around Vegas. Yeah, I mean, this was Boulder City. This is us down in San Diego. This is another Vegas one here. So check us out over there, and we do streams on Instagram too that you guys don't even know that we do. And this is how long is this? 37 minutes of a live stream that you never even saw. So support us over there if you guys want to join it. Hello, Steven. Hello, chat. I also would never recommend Kissimmee unless you have family. I've never been down there. Yeah, Jake, I mean, I'm taking them on my phone. I'm using RAW. I'm going to start using this, though. I'm going to start using my big camera to do proper HDR photography with this puppy. And we'll see how that can go for us. Let's see here. Ontario is a lot better than Alberta. 85% fully double vaccinated and very low cases. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that Canada's doing good. I laughed when you posted the peacocks. I know, that was a trip, man, to see those peacocks. Nona's in Little Italy, San Diego's delicious. We found a really good Italian restaurant called Pomodoro in Point Loma. If you're out there, try it. I will check out on Instagram. I just opened an account for my beer distributor on Instagram. Cool, man. Send me a chat. Did you and Caroline stay at the Shelter Island Desert Palms Best Western like I suggested? No, we didn't. I don't tell people where we stay, but we have a place down there. But thank you for the suggestion. Do you feel visitors are aware of Resorts World? Yeah, I mean they're advertising it in Southern California. There's ads for Virgin and Resorts World all over the place. When you get into like Barstow area and you get into that part where they know you're coming to Vegas and they want to show you stuff. Peacocks are the male, hence the name. How have I heard the new Rock's new rap song? No, I don't know if I want to. That's kind of wild. Steven, I see you, the Blackhawks top corner. Got to visit Chicago one day. Yeah, somebody sent me this hockey jersey, and they sent that to me. It was one of their first. By the way, if you send me stuff, it ends up on the shelf, and I'll show it off on camera. I haven't had anything sent to me in a while though. And then also, a different person. It might have been the same person. They sent me this. Chicago Blackhawks. This was used in 2017. This is a game puck. And I don't know who they played on this game because it doesn't really have a stamp on it. But this is an official game-used puck. I love the Blackhawks logo. I certainly hope they don't cancel this logo because I think that is one of the classiest logos in sports out there, period. And it's stayed largely the same since the inception of that team. So let's see here. I love your after midnight streams that I used to do, especially at night at the casino. Yeah, I know, right? Shelter Island is a great location. Glad to see your video from there. Yeah, absolutely. What next for the future for Las Vegas hotel casino projects in the future? Dakota, there's one that there's a couple. There's one called, what is it called? Well, there's the Allnet, which is one. There's the Fountain Blue, which is being developed and finished out right now. And then there's another one on Convention Center Drive that's not a gaming property, and the name eludes me right now, but it's like a 37-story tall one. There's an Israeli company that bought a bunch of land on the south end of the strip by the airport, and they have to build something that's height restricted. The catamaran is cool, close walk to the beach, nice area for walking around, but pricey. Yeah, they won't cancel. They got permission from a tribe to use it. Good. I'm glad. Like, they're not going to have the Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo anymore, apparently. They said that they're going to cancel that. You got a fat belly, buddy. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. I can't tell you where I'm staying, but I can tell you that it involves 2 trees. I don't know that one. Let's see here. Possibly the best logo in sports. I mean, I'm wearing the St. Louis Blues. Somebody sent me the Blues hat. I had the Hartford Whalers up. That's one of my old. The goal is to get the world vaccinated, and then we become primates again. Jeez. Yeah, he's too nice. You gonna headbutt? Yes, buddy. Yes, one day you'll have all the food in the world that you need. Torn between an apartment down at the convention center and one up by Nellis. Abe Lincoln, I'm not sure which convention center's apartment is probably nicer, but it depends on what part near Nellis. North Las Vegas is generally not a great area. We went out there once, and oh man, my connection sucks. We used to rent. And I turned around and I told Caroline, I'm like, we're not doing this. She said, why? I said, everybody's wearing either red or blue. And I'm not living near a gang neighborhood, so it can be bad. North is rough, yeah. Hopefully they build something where the New Frontier was. That space splits up the strip too much now. Yeah, that's something. We're buffering really badly, it looks like. We need to find you a California Golden Seals hat or some memorabilia for the team. I want all the retro stuff, man, yeah. You guys wanna juice me up? That would be good too. All right, look, you're breaking the internet, Blackjack. What are you doing to me, buddy? Don't break the internet. Don't claw my hat too bad. I like this hat. All right, guys, you guys have been great for me, and I've been hopefully okay for you. Thank you so much. I'm sorry that I'm buffering like mad right now. Hopefully it's not. It's just I live in a crappy area of town where I have only one CenturyLink. I can't get internet with anybody else. Do you see Major League Baseball in Vegas in the future? I think everything will come here. I appreciate you guys. You're great. Like, share, subscribe to the videos. We'll be back live tomorrow. I'll be covering the Mirage tomorrow. And, wow, looks like my entire video just died on me. All right. Sorry, guys. I can't tell you what's going on, but I appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching. 3, 2, 1, in.